It's no secret that I live in northern Colorado. And I gotta admit, I got a weed problem. Now let's go talk recovery. And like a good taper before a race, my corona hair is in big need of a reduction in volume. Hold on a second. Alright, that's much better. Plus, man, oh my gosh. Here we go. Here we go. Pro. I mean, legit kit is it? Alright. Before I get too heavy into this bike ride, guys, it's an intense bike ride today. Just about 45 minutes, 20 minutes of intense hard work, right at race pace. I'm not sure why my training plan is written the way it is, but for some reason my intense bike ride is not as hard as my endurance bike ride. No matter how easy I think it's gonna be, it's always a mother. It was actually harder. If you remember, on Saturday I was having to push for like 20 minutes, maybe just a little over 20 minutes above race pace, and today I'm doing 20 minutes kind of right at race pace, broken up into 4 intervals, of course, with a little bit of rest in between. But that's the training plan, and I don't write it. I'm just trusting the process. Which, perfect segue for, like I was talking about yesterday, we're still working on step 2. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm coming at you from the vehicle now because I've tried to shoot this video, like, not exaggerating, maybe 8 times, and I just having a hard time articulating the message that I want to give. We're talking about step 2 and how we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Now, in yesterday's vlog, I had talked about, and often I had talked about like taking our ego and putting it in the back seat, right? And letting somebody else drive the bus. I think ego, that term ego, gets thrown around quite a bit especially in the AA world. You know, it's always about lose your ego, and when you have an ego, you're edging God out. And really what that I think this means, you know, real how I interpret this and what was helpful to me was that there's a part of our ego that displays a great deal of selfishness, right? When we're so, first of all, all ego is our sense of self-importance or our sense of self-esteem. So it's kind of a twofold thing, because my sense of self-esteem as an alcoholic and drinking myself into a slow death, well, that suggests that my self-esteem was pretty low. But then the sense of self-importance was obviously pretty high, because everything that all my actions and behaviors that I was displaying when I was drinking were driven on this, I'm better than everybody else, right? Because I wasn't taking anybody else's lives or feelings into consideration. It was all just about me. So it's this kind of twofold thing. And I think when I say put the ego in check, put it in the back seat, I'm really referring to that side of ego that is prideful. So prideful that I can't admit defeat, or that I couldn't admit defeat, or that I couldn't admit that I needed some help. And that's where it comes into step 2, is being able to come to this realization that I can't do this on my own, that, you know, that I've tried and now I've realized I can't and I need some help. And to sit back, swallow my pride a little bit and say, I need help. Like, where do I get it? And for me, that I got that power. The power that was greater than me was my AA group, or the groups of AA. And then it was the people that I met in AA. Like, as a collective, that collective unit was so much more powerful to me because it kept me from drinking. All I had to do was follow their suggestions, put myself in the passenger seat, and let the people who have done it before me do what they do best. Help. It's just like a coach, you know? I don't have a coach, I self-coach, but I have a training plan, and I have people who are advising this training plan to help me become a better athlete, to achieve my goals as a triathlete. To achieve my goals to be sober, I needed some people who knew what they were talking about. And it wasn't, for me, it wasn't a doctor who had never had a problem with alcoholism. It was people that had actually dealt with it and that had some success. Some had a lot more success than others, you know? So that's what I'm trying to say, guys, when I'm referring to throwing the ego in the bag. And I think that that's what they mean, like when the term is being thrown around in AA. So it's just ego. I think that that's referring to, because I obviously believe that I need a sense of self-esteem. I need to feel good about who I am and the things that I'm doing to feel happy. So there's, you know, it's a twofold thing. So let's put in check the ego of prideful importance, that my actions matter more than anybody else's feelings or lives, or however, and build the sense of I'm worthy of good things in life. Does that help? I hope so. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, because it sure has been a lot of work for me to get it out there, and I think I got it right this time. Step 2, we're still working on it. Got a few more days. I got my beautiful littles.
And I have a phone.
It's not connected, but she's got an awesome phone case.
I don't have a phone, but I have a desktop computer.
Yeah, that's good.
And I love my phone cases. Like, I really like the sparkles because it's my favorite colors.
What color? Sparkle is your favorite color? Like rainbow is your favorite color, right? Because you like all those pink, blue, red, blue,
color.
Green,
And my favorite
yellow,
color
orange.
My favorite color is purple.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was red.
No, it's purple.
Oh. Well, cool.
Do you like red the most or purple? I would dye my hair purple.
Yeah! We're going to do that when we go to England.
And I'm going to dye my hair rainbow.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace on.